He has been a real champion for us. I think about how this is such a special movie. I can't think of many stories where you would have legend of Chinese cinema and a legend of Korean cinema who could work together. And so I'm so glad that I could have this opportunity with them.
The Wedding Banquet is about two couples who are friends.
Hey, Chris. Morning. Ange and Lee are trying to get pregnant, but they have no financial support for IVF. And then you have Chris and Min. Min's student visa is about to expire. He needs to stay in the US, but cannot come out to his very conservative, very wealthy family.
Yin ends up having this idea to stage a fake wedding.
You marry me, and I'll pay for Liz to grow a baby.
Min's grandmother comes from Korea and kind of blows the whole thing up.
Her life just spiraled into chaos because of this web of lies. My own daughter marrying a man.
The Wedding Banquet is based on Ang Lee's film. So did you talk to Ang Lee and how is his reaction?
Ang has not seen this movie yet. He's been very busy, but he's been wonderfully supportive of our reimagining. He has been a real champion for us and really encouraging. And so I'm very excited for him to watch.
Yeah, and since the original one is such a classic, are you worried about being compared to it? And do you think the world has changed when it comes to this issue? Now it's 2025?
Yeah, I think if I tried to make the same movie, I think I would be very nervous. But I'm very thankful that I had a kind of new topics and themes that this film tackles. So much has changed for the queer community in the past 30 years. Queer people can get married, and that is something that I've been talking about with my boyfriend. And then we've also had the conversation about having children. And one of those situations where, now that we have the option, do we want to? Should we? Is it responsible to do that? Because of these new ideas that I think the queer community is grappling with, I felt very strongly that we could reimagine The Wedding Banquet for today and have it be its own film. Owes so much to the original and can take it for a modern audience.
So let's talk about the cast. So except for Lily, Kelly, Yuh-jung, and Bowen, those young ones who are doing such a great job, the film also features renowned actors like Yuh-jung and Joan Chen. So how's it like to work with them, and any memorable moment?
Joan Chen is incredible, and I remember having a first conversation with her, and it was just through Zoom like this. Afterwards, she told me, I think we didn't talk about the movie at all. We only talked about our family and, about our lives. And I said, actually, no, I love that because I think that's what this movie is about. And I really got to know Joan, and she's so generous, so open-hearted. She had so much fun with our lion dancers. They had a great time. And then Yuh-jung, she's incredible, and as a Korean American, I have known her for so many years and have admired her and her work for so many years. She really blessed us by being a part of this film, and I think she brings so much depth to that role as the grandmother in the film. But yes, I really loved their scene together. It was shot very late at night. They were having so much fun, eating and joking around with each other. And I think about how this is such a special movie because of them together. I can't think of many stories where you would have legend of Chinese cinema and a legend of Korean cinema who could work together. And so I'm so glad that I could have this opportunity with them.
And fun fact, Joan Chen almost started in the original version, and off screen, she also had a daughter named Angela.
I know, exactly. There's so much kind of coincidence, that's so funny. So she didn't get to be the bride, but she got to be the mother of the bride in our wedding banquet. It felt kind of fated, and I feel very, just very fortunate.
I think the big topic of the wedding banquet is also a universal topic of family issue.
I hope people watch this film and really reflect on their loved ones You know, how they fight each other, how they fight for each other, how we can find harmony as a family, you know, and build our families. That for me would be so gratifying.
What?
You look gay.
When I see something,
Honey, I'm home.
and when I try to help,
Have you picked the wedding date?
We don't want a ceremony.
No ceremony? 할아버지 물론 네 결혼 기다리셔. 니들 다 바보야.
What did she say? She said we're dumb.